name is Taylor. I'm a student here at King College Prep. I've been living in Chicago for 16 years now. And
what neighborhood in Chicago do you live in?
Inglewood.
Okay. What role do you play in your community?
I'm a student here at King College Prep, like I just said. Do you not?
Okay.
You use the first part because you're making me repeat myself.
Can you tell us what your definition of a community is?
Community is where you grew up, like the people you grew up around, and
okay. How have you been impacted by your community?
I would say positively, because my community personally, like my group of friends and my group of teachers and things, is like a pretty positive role. Like they play a pretty positive role in my life. It's a good outcome.
Okay, so how would your life be different if you lived in another community or city or town?
Probably have no bank. Wait, let me talk in English. I feel like if I lived in a different community, things would be different, because depending on which community, like if I lived in a more higher up, like more money community, I probably would be more educated and have like more life skills, you would say. But I'll also be missing a couple skills, because it's some things that you learn in certain communities that you can't learn in others.
Oh my God, girl, that was amazing. Hold on.
So can you give us examples of some things that you would learn in like the community you live in right now compared to others?
You learn like how to respect certain people, even though some people are different than you, because you wouldn't want nobody to treat you different because of the difference that you have.
Okay.
Let me think. What am I talking about again?
Like examples of things you learned in your community.
You learn self-defense.
Right.
Watch over, be very aware. Yeah, you be very aware. You learn how to, your whereabouts. Like, you learn more about the community that you're in, so that you know that you're safe. You learn how to be safe in different communities and how to watch yourself around certain people. Yeah.
Okay. If you could change anything about your community, what would it be?
I would change them bathrooms because they stink. I'm just kidding.
Oh my God. And she's like, it's so unprofessional.
Then she can cut it out. She's gonna cut all of this.
Charlie gonna do
She
it.
can cut all of this out. So, what is something that we could change? Like money-wise, or like?
Just in general, what is a big issue? Yeah, something that bothers you so much.
A big issue is like, I would put it under close that window. I would put it under the label of economics, because of like all the poor people and all the poverty, like, and housing and stuff. That's a big issue too. Like, a lot of people just, what is that?
Oh my God, you ever had distracted
Look at
her?
this.
Aaliyah.
From 2008.
Y'all making this
I
interview
was
longer
7.
than it should be.
How old were you?
5?
5?
Yeah.
Well, what's the next question you can ask?
Okay.
So I can be ready.
How do you think your community is viewed by others?
Y'all got me thinking off the back of my head and stuff. I can't do this. You recording? Okay, what am I trying to do? The media. I feel like the media portrays more of the bad things rather than the good things. Like, when you look at the news, it's always about the shootings and the killings and about who's going to jail. It's never about who's going to college, who got these scholarships, and like who made the basketball team. Like, it's never nothing good on there. It's always the bad things.
Okay. So do you think this view is wrong or unfair?
Right.
Obviously, yes.
Obviously.
So, what do you think you could change about that? How do you think you could change that view?
I feel as if, as a young black woman in the city of Chicago, I really can't do much as of now because I'm still a student in high school, and people don't usually listen to us. Even when last year, we did do the walkouts, and we still didn't change anything, any outcome. So I feel as if
Can't really do nothing. Okay. So, how do you think the issue of violence compares to other major cities?
ooh, I got one side, y'all. Can't even match my name. Sauce it up. Well, wait,
Come on, man. We don't have all day.
I'm thinking.
That's what I see.
We do got all day. Well, I believe that. I don't know. Let me see.
Okay, take a breath.
Because I don't know what to say. How does our violence compare?
Yeah.
Can I just skip this question?
Sure. What are top 3 issues or
Oh
concerns?
no, go back. I feel as if there's violence everywhere. People just don't talk about everybody else's violence. They mostly focus on us because they're trying to show everybody that we're just out here like wild animals and just killing each other. But they never show like the back issue or the reason, or they never do anything to try to stop it. Why is there always police downtown where the white people live, but in our communities there's never nobody out there at the parks watching the kids? Like, there's never nothing there to stop it. So how are you just portraying the bad side and the bad parts and not doing nothing about it?
Okay. What are top 3 issues or concerns that you would like to start a conversation about?
I feel as if there's still a large amount of racism going on. And I feel as if economics isn't really together, as in with housing and how black people are treated. One more. And I also feel as if killings, and I also feel as if there's, with the violence, that's a big issue also. Violence, racism, and economics.
Okay.
The whole system is just built against us.
Okay.
I'm definitely putting that in there.
So, if you were in charge of the media, what would you show?
I show gang no. Don't put that in there.
Tell all that.
Okay, if I was in charge of the media, I would show more of like what's going on in schools, like kids that are graduating like with so many scholarships, because I know there's people that have been offered like thousands of dollars. Stop! I would show scholarships. I would show students that are getting scholarships and show like the good sides, people that's making it out of the hood and building a life for themselves. I would still show like what's going on with the communities and like who's lost their life, because that's still a big part of the community. Like, you've lost something from the community, but I will also show what's given back to the community. And like, not only who's died, but like their story, you know? So it's not like, oh, just another body. It's like they actually have names.
Okay. How do you see Chicago in the future?
Oh, wait. Can you... I can come to y'all. Talk about how, like, when...
They pushing the black people out of here.
So yeah, talk about gentrification and talk about how on the media, when a white person like kills people, they show a nice picture of them smiling, but black people didn't show them
mugshot.
Okay, go ahead.
Like if I kill somebody,
they show.
No, they gonna show a Pop Dookie picture of me.
Okay, finish.
I can't kill nobody because I need to get some good close-ups first. Okay.
Let me give you one of these papers so she can go.
Okay, so right, because I could have been reading that before. This interview could have been better. But what's the question?
How you was gonna talk about if a black person was the one that committed the crime, they like show a bad picture of them. But if it was white,
No, what was the question?
oh, if you weren't, no, how do you see Chicago in the future?
I feel as if in the future Chicago is really gonna be like I think there's gonna be still a lot of racism going on because as of now I feel like they're really pushing the black people out of the communities. Like they're moving it more. They're like pushing us more out to the suburbs, and I feel as if like it's just still gonna be bad because like on the news, what the media show and what they portray, like with black people, they only show like their mug shots and stuff. But if a white person get in trouble or something happened with a white person, they're gonna put a nice picture of them up there so that everybody see like, oh, they look like a good person. They probably didn't commit that crime, or oh, look at them, like, you know, because everybody gets their opinions off of their first seeing of somebody. So if I just see you and it's like a really bad picture of you and you look like, oh, you out here killing people and gang banging, of course I'm gonna believe what the media say. But if it's like a nice picture of you, I'm gonna be like, that person probably didn't commit that crime.
Okay, so do you think it's a way to prevent Chicago from going so bad in the future?
Fire Trump.
So he's about to be off in a year?
Right.
So, yeah. Do you think...
No, don't put that in the video. So he can come kill me. Girl, no.
Okay.
Or something.
Are there any other questions that you would like for me to ask other people?
No.
Okay.
Wait, because did you hear what I said about this stuff? I think I talked about it wrong.
What? What'd she say?
I think she did it right. Thanks for your time.
Ready to go.